Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of EverQuest 2. We're doing the line of quest for Battlepriest Herga here. On the last episode, she had us go over to the island and destroy some siege engines that were shooting harpoons over here at the island toward the Codain. She also gave us a little bit more story about her, how she, basically came back up and turned the tide of the battle by attacking from behind, and then went crazy and actually jumped over the cliff as they were pushing off the Rygors into the water and kept swinging until she hit the water and then died again. So that was twice slain, and she said she was thrice slain. So we're going to find out, hopefully, how she died the third and final time, and see exactly what she wants us to do. It is not an apparition whim that leads the dead to forsake their graves and mingle again with their earthly associates. Is this when you came back as a ghost? Are you speaking of the remains of Rygor skeletons? Who or what are you referring to? I can never understand you. I long for no repose or reward. I simply wish to assist my brethren. You have continued to help them, as demonstrated by our agreement or arrangement. Did you need assistance with something else? Speaking of repose, I need a rest. They long for no repose or reward. They simply exist. Yeah, okay, that's what you said earlier. What do you mean? You must be referring to the Rygor skeletons. They are tools of destruction. They are marionettes dancing on a visible string, controlled by the necromancers that created them. The Rygor skeletons are unholy abominations with no mind, no will, and nefarious purpose. I will destroy the Rygor skeletons for you. Just tell me where to find them. I'm not even sure what you're talking about. Okay, so Forsaking the Grave. It's a level 13, 6 silver, 23 copper. Seek out the skeletons on the island known as the Forbidden Ossuary of Ice. The ossuary floats off the coast to the southwest of Arolis. The abominations will be eliminated. I know exactly where to find them. Okay, so I know exactly where that is. That was part of one of the other quest lines that we did earlier. Again, if you get them in order or get them all at the same time, you can manage to complete a few of them at the same time. That way you don't have to swim back one by one by one like I'm doing. But I don't mind doing it. It's not that big of a deal. Plus, it helps you guys out. And you get to enjoy the view and see exactly what this game is like. So I'm going to go ahead and kill this name guy again, because why not? Good AAs out of it, good experience. And don't forget good loot. As you can see with this guy up here, he's very low aggro radius, so I don't really have to worry about him attacking me. Go ahead and loot. And that's exactly what I'm wearing right now. If you get any items like the one I just looted earlier, like this pouch of peat, it says it's good fertilizer. Now you can sell that to an NPC, but you're going to get more money off of it from the broker. If you have collections or rewards, I mean, there's a little plant that you can claim that you feed these to in a certain order. You feed them water, you feed them fertilizer, and you feed them something else. And he'd give you a random shiny from basically any zone. So that's kind of a nice little thing to get. So a lot of people will buy these off of the broker and use them to randomly get a shiny. And some of those shinies can be worth quite a bit of money. So you may pay, a few gold for these pieces and get a shiny worth, a couple thousand platinum. So in the end, it's usually worth quite a bit more money to just buy these things than to actually go out and try to get those shinies. So we need to kill several remnant Rygor skeletons on the island of Ossuary Ice. And you can see this is the island we're heading to. This is the only way up on the island. And all we need is the skeletons. And you can see there's fish down here that are ready to attack. As soon as we get out of the water, they'll stop attacking us, so not to worry. We need skeletons, so go ahead and skip past this guy. Doesn't offer us anything for a quest. And we need 8 of them. So what I'm going to do is run over here, snag a few of them. That way I can use my area effect spell to catch them all at the same time. Now, if you're a low level or you don't feel that you can take on this many, then I would suggest fighting them just one at a time. As soon as I do my area effect spell, I'll back out a little bit. That way they're all facing my front. Creatures will hit a bit harder if they're hitting your back rather than your front. I mean, that just makes sense. You know, somebody's hitting you from behind. It's going to be harder to defend against that than somebody, say, you can see in front of you. I could probably take on a little bit more than this, but I didn't want to get greedy and risk dying, as well as there's a shiny here, so I didn't really want to run any further. That way I could loot it. I got a treasure chest, which is kind of nice. 7 wisdom, 8 stamina, 55 mitigation, all fighters, all priests, and all scouts. It's not as good as what I'm wearing, but it can be sold, so... Let's see, don't have that one either. Level 45, I'm not doing that level 10 one for a while. So I need 4 more. Grab one here, grab one here. Snag this one, and hopefully not that other guy. And as it turns out, I did get that other guy. Go ahead and heal myself just in case. Reposition them so they're in the front of me. As you can see, that took a fair bit of life off of me right there, fighting all those at once. So again, not something you really want to do unless you're confident with your skill and that you're high enough level to do so. It's the exact same cap I got earlier. I don't need those. Let's go ahead and head on back. You can just jump straight into the water. Again, make sure the quest says to do that before you do it. There's nothing worse than running all the way back to find out that you have to run all the way back here yet again to do something very simple that you could have done while you were there the first time. You can take a look around while you're doing this. Just, you know, check out your scenery, enjoy the view. You know, you can be talking to your guild or looking for a guild, asking questions in chat channel. There's no harm in asking questions. Everybody has to start somewhere. If people give you flack about it, they're usually just jerks and you just ignore them anyways. And as you can see, there's a shark right there. As soon as I'm out of the water, he'll stop attacking. You know, or he'll turn back on his own anyways. Or I could just do that. And the name guy's up yet again, so we're going to go ahead and kill him. If I can get back up. Go ahead and zoom in so you can see what he looks like up close. He's basically an undead skeleton. Those are items that can be turned in for status points. Also, if you're in a guild, simply being in the guild when those drop and you loot them will grant status points to your guild to help pay for the upkeep of the guild hall that you're in, as well as the amenities that you'll get Each one of the things that they add into the guild hall will cost upkeep as well as buying them straight out. So that's something you definitely want to help out with if you're in a guild. Let's go ahead and turn back into Battlepriest Herga. I sense that the skeleton abominations have been destroyed. I have eliminated several skeletons on the forbidden ossuary of ice. I'd like to hear the rest of your story. What happened next? I had returned from the grave to hunt my foes once again. Upon my second death, I was once again plunged into the icky darkness of the afterlife, and after what felt like another eternity of thrashing and struggling, I glimpsed a speck of illumination. What was it? It was a sprite ward placed on a Codain shaman, wasn't it? Or a spirit ward. I don't have time for this, so what was it? It was a beacon, a spirit ward placed by one of our Codain shamans, and it was calling me home. I followed the light and rejoined my brethren as a spirit. So you were able to lead them into battle once again, or lead them into battle. God, my reading's sucking tonight, guys. Sorry about that. Tell me more. I don't have time for this. For a while, I led the Codain that fought with me on the choke. The spirits of those that did not survive the battle followed me timelessly. Our ranks swelled, and as more fallen Codain found their way back. The orcs must never have expected your return. This story doesn't have a happy ending, does it? As a group, we were unstoppable. No one, man or beast, dead or breathing, could withstand our combined might. We continued to harass the orcs for months, until their necromancers, Orug, Deathmarker, or Maker, uncovered a method to stop me. How was he able to stop you? I don't like the sound of this Rygor necromancer. Deathmaker recognized how much of a danger my existence represented. His orcs feared me, and for good reason. My spectred soldiers would follow me to the edges of Norath and be gone. I can understand why that would have concerned them. The edges of Norath aren't that far, hang here on Erolis. And so the orcs recovered my body from the icy deep, and Oruk destroyed it in a ritual meant to exorcise my spirit. His ritual was successful, as it eliminated my ability to directly affect this world, and thus you were thrice slain. I see your grasp is now tenuous. And thus I was thrice slain, and it is only through your deeds that I am able to continue my work here. I long for no repose or reward, I simply wish to assist my brethren. So that was Forsaking the Grave, level 13, 6 silver, 88 copper. I will happily help you in your endeavors. Was there anything else you needed? So he's going to lead me to the next quest, but we're going to end this episode here, guys. If you like these episodes, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment below, or catch me in game. I'm always happy to group with you guys. And again, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope I'll catch you on the next episode.